This is not where glass bottles are made. This is where a system is prevented from collapsing. Once this process starts, it cannot be shut down. The furnace must remain burning day and night at temperatures hotter than molten lava. If the heat drops, the glass begins to solidify inside the system. Lines clog, molds are damaged, and the entire plant can be forced offline for days. In this industry, stopping the furnace is not a pause, it is a critical failure. Every second, sensors monitor temperature, pressure, and flow. There is no margin for error. Every adjustment happens in real time. A single mistake can destroy tons of material and halt a supply chain that serves breweries around the world. The system does not wait. It does not adapt. It does not forgive. And yet, production cannot stop. Millions of bottles must continue moving without interruption, while heat, pressure, and time work against the system. Everything depends on keeping this balance alive. The process begins long before the furnace. It starts with bottles that have already served their purpose. Once emptied, they must return to the system. If recycling is disrupted, efficiency drops, energy consumption rises, and production costs increase. Here, recycled glass is not an environmental choice. It is an operational requirement. Behind the factory, massive piles of broken glass wait their turn. This material is crushed, cleaned, and sorted. Any contamination can compromise the entire melt. Metal, paper, or organic residue must be removed before the glass moves forward. If something slips through, the damage appears later, when it is already too late to fix. This recycled glass, known as cullet, is mixed with silica sand, soda ash, and limestone. Silica sand is essential, but its melting point is extremely high. Without recycled glass, the furnace would require even more energy to stay operational. Every percentage of cullet reduces stress on the system and speeds up melting. Here, chemistry is not about perfection, it is about stability. Once the mixture is ready, it enters the furnace. This is the point of no return. Located at the highest level of the factory, the furnace operates continuously and reaches temperatures above 1500 degrees Celsius. Shutting it down would allow molten glass to harden inside, damaging the lining and blocking the system. Restarting it can take days. That is why, once ignited, the furnace does not stop. Over the next 24 hours, the materials melt slowly under constant supervision. Every fluctuation must be corrected before it spreads. There is no room for improvisation. The glass must remain liquid, stable, and uniform. From the furnace, molten glass flows downward. At this stage, timing is critical. If the flow accelerates, control is lost. If it slows down, the glass begins to cool. High-speed blades cut the glowing material into precisely sized portions. Each one is nearly 1200 degrees Celsius. There is no tolerance for errors in size or temperature. Gravity carries these glowing portions into steel molds. Inside the molds, compressed air is injected at high pressure. This air forces the molten glass against the walls, shaping the interior and structure of the bottle. Everything happens in seconds. If pressure fails, the bottle deforms. If timing is off, the glass weakens. Color is controlled during melting. Small amounts of iron, sulfur, and carbon darken the glass. This is not aesthetic. Dark glass protects beer from light, preventing degradation before it reaches the consumer. A mistake here affects the product, not just the container. To prevent molten glass from sticking, mold surfaces are coated with graphite. Without lubrication, bottles would crack or tear instantly. The system depends on every mold performing flawlessly, cycle after cycle. When bottles exit the molds, they appear solid. They are not. A sudden temperature change could cause them to shatter. To prevent this, they move along heated conveyors that keep thermal conditions stable. The system cannot tolerate abrupt cooling. The bottles enter the annealing tunnel still glowing at nearly 600 degrees Celsius. Inside, they cool slowly for over an hour. This controlled cooling releases internal stresses created during forming. If this step fails, bottles can crack hours or even days later, sometimes after they are already filled. After annealing, the bottles undergo automated inspection. High-speed cameras scan every surface. Microscopic cracks, internal bubbles, or distortions invisible to the human eye are enough to reject a bottle. Those that fail do not move forward. They return to the beginning of the cycle. Nothing is wasted. Defective glass is recycled and reintroduced into the system. The cycle continues. Bottles that pass inspection receive a surface treatment to prevent scratches during transport. They are aligned, grouped, and stacked onto pallets. They are now ready to be sent to bottling plants, where another critical process begins. From sand and broken glass to bottles ready to be filled, this entire system operates under one rule: it must not stop. Furnaces cannot cool. Lines cannot fail. Control must be absolute. This is how glass bottle factories operate 24 hours a day. A continuous industrial system built on heat, pressure, and precision, where stopping is not an option. If you want to explore more industrial systems that operate under the same pressure, you'll find more videos on this channel. Like the video if you found it interesting, and subscribe to keep discovering how the factories that power the world really work.